This week, the question is, will this pickup make it out the garage alive, and will the truck pass at MOT? I'm the Dara Girl, this is episode 107. Fingers crossed, let's go. We're on Monday morning and it's a new week. I am heading down to the garage with my Hilux, eventually. Heading down to Helensburgh Toyota and they're going to see what's up with it and give it a service. But I am supposed to get a courtesy car, so that's really good because it's a fair enough bit away from me. So it saves me trying to get a lift. So yeah, that's my plans this morning. Let's go and get this checked in the garage. Hopefully we'll only have it a couple of days and hopefully it's not going to be too expensive, whatever's wrong with it. Right, here we are. I've got my wee Toyota Yaris. Honestly, I love it. Lovely wee car. Just driven like the hour and a bit back home. And now I'm heading to work up this Glen Road, which is a bit rough in this forestry part, but actually such a nice car. Not that you can see much because all my bags it dips in the back. But yeah, it's so nice to drive. It's a hybrid. First time I've ever driven a hybrid car, and I love it. It's such a nippy wee thing. So nice to drive. Wow. Wow. I've just put my phone there. I just threw my other phone there. And it came up that it's charging. I put it down that way, did I? It just came up there that it was charging my phone. Must be like it is. So, that's cool. That's charging my phone. Love that. So yeah, don't know how long my pickup's going to be, but got this wee thing. And it says, obviously I'm going to have to go to work with it. And it says, yeah, just do what you have to do. Just take my time going up this road because I really don't want a puncture. Was literally in the Helensburgh Toyota for 5 minutes, was in and out. Got this car, told them what all needed done in my pickup. They asked me how long, when I want my pickup back, and I was just like, honestly, keep it till everything's fixed. So, don't know how long we're going to have this wee boom thing for, but I don't mind it. Kids are going to love it as well. So now I'm just heading up here where I dropped my Kubota off last week, back up this glen. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm meeting the guy at 12:30ish, so we'll see what needs to be done, and yeah, that'll be it. Half the day is gone now, right enough, because obviously I went down to do that. So here's the wee car here. We'll better let dip it out. Come on. Hopefully we've got no punctures or anything on it. But I've already had Helensburgh on the phone to say my brakes are definitely needing done. I knew that anyway. But there's a leak in something as well that needs done. And the service as well. So there is a fair bit of work needing done. And I'm sure there's more because I've not even looked at the DPF part just now. So sounds like it's going to be expensive. But I may or may not have bagged myself to get a shot in one of the new Land Cruisers. Now, that is like my dream car at the moment. I don't think I'll be swapping it anytime soon. Well, maybe. But I absolutely love the look of them. So when I go back down, I'm going to get a wee look around one and see what I think. We are on Tuesday morning, and what a nice wee job I've got here. It's just to tidy up all this mess, basically. Level it all off, and then there's tin up the back that needs to get scrapped also. So what I'm doing first is trying to move the big boulders. Obviously a lot of it is boulders, so it's going to be quite hard to do, but we'll get there. So that tin up there, that's going to all get put in a skip. Just waiting on one to come in. That stuff there's a lot weird. It's the big stones that need to get at the bottom first. The rest will tidy up not too bad, hopefully. Now it's not ideal, but that stuff there has got a mixture of soil and some stuff through it, so it's actually a lot better than a boulder. So now I'm just trying to bury some of the boulders. We will really need topsoil shop to tidy up, but I'm going to have a dig around to see what we've got here. And just like that, it's all levelled off. There's a lot of kind of boulders down the bank there. I could really do with getting some topsoil, but for now that's fine. I'm just going to go and get my grab on and grab all this tin, and well, I might just squash it down a little bit with the bucket, see how I get on, or just use the grab and then put it over just there, so when the skip comes it's easier to throw in. So let's go get that done. There we are, so stones are all moved, spread out, tin all moved, and now I'm going to go and try and skim some soil off the top here and just so I can like kind of pull it down. It's not going to be ideal soil because there's obviously rushes and stuff like that, but like it's all we're going to get up here, so I'm just going to have to try and see what I can do. Hopefully it'll all be good enough, right enough, like see a wee green patch in there. But yeah, what an absolute beautiful day. Look at the mountains. Stunning. So the customer has said now that they want it more level down here for a volleyball court, so instead of skimming all this down, I'm going to cut basically where that post is there, cut it and make that level. There is a electric cable in here somewhere, so I'm going to stay away from that bit and just be steady at what I'm digging here. Hopefully it's good soil and hopefully nothing's been buried here over the years. It's a very old farm kind of house, so anything is possible at these places, but let's get digging and see what we find. That's like the only soil I'm going to get. It goes into hard there, so I'm going to have to leave that and just try and build this up a little bit more. It's not too bad, just a few stony bits in it. Hopefully get away with it. we're getting there now. It's starting to take shape. Although it's not perfect level, that's okay because you don't want something to be level like that, because then you get water to line on it, of course. There we are. Just need to get that tin away now and then I can just pull the rest of the soil over that. That is another job done. But what a difference from this morning. There's type 1 coming as well to do here, but I'm going to leave that till last. So my next task is to get a quad track through there, which I don't think I'm going to manage. Or up there. Then I might go up there and see what material there is, and then I don't know. There's not a chance that I'm getting through that gap anyway. So yeah, scramble up there first and see what's happening. Hey, you come up here, come on. Come on. Up. Get up. Come on. Dip it up. Okay. Suit yourself then, you can stay out there. Come on. Come on. Dip it up. Boy. Come on, and you get. Come on, what's wrong with you? Machine down. I don't know what's going on. I was just trying to change my bucket there and it's come up. Box error. So I don't really know. So that came up, and then on my phone, because I've got the Kubota tracking on, it's come up straight away saying 100 plant hire, aux1 system error. It's obviously something to do with the aux, probably something to do with the steel rest that is not connected up. Did not need this to happen right now. Always something. First call is Gareth Evans from Steel Wrist, who fitted my steel wrist. He'll probably, hopefully, know what's going on. I've messaged a few other boys who I know who's got a steel wrist, sent him a picture, and hoping somebody will get back to me quickly. But yeah, phoning Kubota is my last resort. I'll phone steel wrist first because it's probably something to do with the wiring to do with the steel wrist, considering every time you come in you've got to press that aux to get the steel wrist to work. But yeah, there's nothing. Nightmare. Gareth saving the day again, hopefully. So he said for some reason I've blown a fuse, and he said it could be something to do with the cigarette lighter, and I said I've got my phone plugged in, but that's the USB one here, and that's the cigarette lighter, but they're probably actually off the same one anyway. So I'm gonna go and hunt for which one it is now. I think it's just down here. I've honestly never had to do this before, so something new for me to do too. So I think it's in here. How do I open it? I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a wee pair of like tweezers. Oh yeah, there is. To pull them out. Right, what one is it? Does he say? Oh god, I can't even read that because it's side on. Compressor, workflow, eyes, power, blower, wiper, AC power, horn, beacon, cab, light washer. So I think it is 15A, which is, oh my god, 15A, which is, there's 3 15s, and yeah, it's got to be this one. It's these two here which are actually joined together in with this one, and that's obviously makes sense because there's 2 of them, so that's like the socket and that's like my USB, and that makes sense why that's in there, but I don't know how to get that out. I just pull it. These nails are not good for anything, and I can't just like put this on the side here because it won't fit, but it looks to me like that one's blowing. So you can see there, that one's fine. It is actually, in fact, that one what's went. I'm sure. It doesn't matter anyway because I can't do anything today because Oh, there's one there actually, but it's a 15. It's not. That one's absolutely fine. There's obviously spares there, but none of them was going to do this. That's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? So I'm going to have to take this one out and then go and see if we can get a fuse somewhere now. I wonder what 5 is. I wonder if we could take any of these ones. Probably not. They're all kind of... If it was something like a beacon, I would do it, but... Nah. Can you see that? Yeah, so there's not so much else I can do today. Apart from go and try and get another fuse. There's all spares there apart from the one that I need. So I'm just going to try and park this machine. Oh, there's Dipper up there. Probably eating stuff he shouldn't be eating. Just going to park this machine. I don't know, I'll probably have to park it back at the farm now. What a bloody nightmare. Anyway, let's get this tied up and go and try and get a fuse somewhere. Come up here. So we are on Wednesday morning and I've secured the goods. Ian from Campbell Engineering last night, I texted him and he had fuses and he goes, how many do you want? And I was like, oh, just a couple. He gave me 4 because he said if one doesn't work then you've got 3 other chances. Graham has been already with a load of type 1, that's good, that'll be later on or maybe tomorrow's job because today I'm going to go on here and while the weather's good, all dependent on this. So let's give this a go and see how we're getting on. Right. Moment of truth. Woo! It's going! Thank goodness for that. Right, and where did I put them extra ones? If I put them in here, they might just fall down somewhere, but I'm going to do that anyway. Just hope for the best that they'll just stay in that wee bag in there. Get this all tidied back up, and then I need to phone Gareth and tell him that we are all good and we're up and going again. Fantastic. Anyway, our Gareth had actually tried, he texted me last night asking if I got it sorted, and he also tried to phone me twice when I was just coming up here and talking to the tipper and the customer and stuff as well. So he was very much on the ball if I got it going, and he said I put the 5 in. He says you could up it to a 10. He says maybe just up it to a 10. But I said I'll run the 5 just now and see what happens because obviously I've had the machine since November and I've had no issues. He said it could be something simple like the ashtray lighters, chargers you get. I had one plugged in yesterday and if that went, that could have blown it. So we'll go with the 5 just now. I've got them 3 spares if needed, and then I'll up it to a 10 at a later date or if I need to. Also, I put a picture on my Instagram last night. I was like, problems with thumbs down with the fuse box. And Andy from HRN, who's sold me the Kubota, has tried to phone me 5 times. Not quite. He's tried to phone me 3 times, I think. Yeah, he's tried to phone me twice this morning and once yesterday as well. I got a message off myself saying, what's wrong with your machine? So good to see that the backup is definitely there when needed and literally no downtime. Just when I was finishing up yesterday and back up running this morning. Also got the wee car still. My pickup, again, top service from Helensburgh Toyota. Oh my god, like why is everyone giving me such good service at the moment? This never happens. He's done the service, done the brakes. The brakes were really badly needing done, and the DPF, why it was stuck in 4th gear, was the 5th injector putting fuel into the DPF to clean it out was totally choked. So they spent 9 hours cleaning out that injector for me so I didn't have to get a new DPF and stuff like that because they're very expensive. So he phoned me straight away and told me what happened, and then he said it was ready to pick up last night, but I've asked them to have a look at the sensors as well, so they're going to do that this morning. But yeah, the absolutely top-notch service, and again, I don't care because I've got this wee car. Everyone I keep seeing like, what are you doing with that car? It's my new car. You're like, away you go. Imagine having a car like that up here. But anyway, it gets me by, and hopefully I told them to give me a phone and let me know how the pickup's getting on and if they can come to get the sensor sorted as well, because that beeping is probably doing your guy's head in as much as it's doing my head in. Right, Dipper, let's go and pack this wee boom thing up and get this digger making some money. There we are, that's me back in the digger. Phoned Andy from HRN, phoned Gareth Evans, done a steel wrist, and Nipper has done a 143, but we're not going to talk about the 143 because it's breaking everyone's heart at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to get this bucket on and get up here and try and do this quad track. Fingers crossed everything goes all good. There's always something. So I've got to see if I can find some good material in here. I don't think it's going to be good going by that, but yes, it's all going to be soil. Not ideal. Just all soil. What I'm thinking is, in here, there might be some good material in here. Or not. Oh. I was really hoping one of these knolls would have good material, but it's just all bloody soil. So the quad track's to go anywhere I can along here to like the other side of that pole, right along there. Aye, where them big pile of stones are. On the other side of the fence, away along there. It's to be a quad track, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but at the same time I need to get some good material for this first bit, mainly. I honestly thought that'd be good material in there. I'm just going to have to keep digging and hopefully I'll come across some kind of semi-decent material that I can use. Yes! That's material we're looking for. Right, so at least I found good material, but I'm quite a far bit away from where it needs to go now. You can see in the distance there, the mud. So that whole bit there, there's no material there, so we're just going to have to bring in a trap dumper to do that and run it back out there. But I guess I can do this bit along here now because it's to go to that gate in the distance there. So what I can do now is just do the cutting along here because it's good material here. I'm not going to dig that up because as soon as you dig that up and it starts raining, it'll go to mush. So let's head along here and get a wee bench in along here, a wee ditch on it, and yeah, at least we've got some good material. First thing I'm doing is obviously taking the turf off, and it's quite onto hard straight away, and then I've got to find good material and put it on the top, as well as a ditch on the side as well. So. Yeah, it's perfect material there. If I was like that the whole way, we'd be laughing. Right, so this material now is not as good, it's just what I've managed to dig out the ditch. It's got loads of stones through it though, so it should knit together. And I can get in for a quad track and it'll be fine. So, as you can see, plenty of soil through it, but it'll do the job. I'll tidy the ditch and that up at the end. I want to get this ripped out. When we do get the good stuff out of there as well, if there's any left, we can always cap it, but I think this will be fine. I'm just running over with the blade, smooth it out a little bit, because I literally just done this really roughly. Probably a bit technical around here, but this is the way they wanted to go, so I think it was anyway. I wonder. Oh, maybe able to move that. Anyway, that'll be probably tomorrow's job. How nice that bit is compared to the other bit. There we are, all done. It's now they've washed it, I'm noticing all the UV scratches on it. Best view. We are on Thursday now, afternoon, and look at that. No sensors going off, guys. So I got my pickup back this morning, and that's me just back in home soil now, filled up, and yeah, pickup's all good. It's like a new pickup. Top-notch service of Helensburgh Toyota, actually great to be fair. Kept me in the loop, told me what needed done, didn't take any time at all doing it. For us, I'm all about backup now. Same with the machines, like look at yesterday, the Kubota had HRN phoning me, Steel Wrist had Gareth Evans phoning me, make sure it's all up and running. This morning I had Lochshiel Garage, who we bought the Ranger off, send me a message to say, mine and tax your dad's car today. Like that is a backup you want. I don't think I would ever buy a car off a big dealer like Arnold Clark or that ever again. Now this one was bought off Arnold Clark and it was 2020 and it was during COVID, but like they don't care, you're just a sale, you're just a number, they don't care about you or don't care if they get you back, like they generally just don't. I remember when we bought this, the deal was nearly done and Dad said, can you throw in a set of like rubber mats in the pickup, because it was like wee carpet ones, and they were like, no, we can't do that. I bought them for 50 quid off eBay. Surely putting mats in it would be worth the 50 quid to get the sale over the line. Whereas like Lochshiel's Helensburgh Toyota, cannot fault them. Like, so good. Saved me a lot of money as well by spending 9 hours cleaning out that injector instead of buying new injectors and a new DPF. That would cost me thousands. And again, they were honest with me as well, saying that it is getting a bit tired underneath, which I knew. It's done 108, nearly 109,000 miles. I knew it was going to be a bit worn underneath. Like, I'm not exactly just being careful with it, am I? Like, bit off-roading here and there. I was going to price up getting a new pickup, but I'm at that way. What do I do? What do I do? I think I'll keep this for a little bit longer because it's going like a dream now, and not having that sensor honestly. It's life-changing. Anyway, so yeah, thanks, a massive thanks to Helensburgh Toyota for sorting out and giving me that wee Yaris to keep me going. And I am now just, I don't really have much time, but I'm going to head in and get the lorry. It passed its MOT. And that only needed ABS sensor and ABS sorted. I'm saying only, I think it was a big enough job, but it could have been a lot worse. Again, for a 07 plate lorry, it's pretty good. So it's ready, going to go jump in, put the pickup in the back of it, take it out and leave it for Dad to pick up. I don't have time to go all the way back to the yard, time to go and get the kids. So yeah, things are looking good now considering the start of the week what we had. And I didn't know how much this was going to cost to get fixed, but thankfully it wasn't near as much as I thought it was going to be. And to be fair, I always say this, like, I don't mind paying a little bit more for a great service. Just don't. Let's go in here and get this old truck, get some work done, keep the ball rolling. Right, this lorry yard's so busy today, so just tried to watch don't hit anything. Put it to 4-wheel drive, roll 4. Let's even, oh, let's go back a bit further. See where I am there. Back a wee bit. Right, that's me all back in the yard now at the pickup out of the garage and lorry one day. How good is that? I am totally rushing, like I've had to phone the school and ask the kids to get dropped off because this mum's not going to make it home in time. I didn't think the traffic would be that bad going to get, oh my god, why did I put the gloves off like this? But yeah, everything's all good. I'm just going to take this pickup off quick as I can, leave the ramps down so Dad can come and put his pickup straight on it basically. They're not getting used, honest to God. There we are, just straight off and straight away. I've just left everything, the ramp, took my card out, left the ramps down and shooting off. Honestly, why is my life always like this? So basically, kids are getting dropped off in the school bus. I'm not just left them abandoned. They usually get dropped off in the school bus, but instead of going like, they hate sitting on the bus for like 40 minutes till they get home, so I usually go and meet them like basically halfway and pick them up so they don't have to do that full journey. But tonight they're gonna have to do the full journey so I can go home before them. And they're also at that age, they're very good at letting themselves in the house. If I'm not there, they know the key code and stuff like that to get in, but I will be there for them. But honestly, constantly chasing my tail. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We are on Friday morning and I've just came to work, but I don't know why I've came to work because I'm not feeling great. Unfortunately, my colitis it's been in a flare-up since like September, so it's nothing new here, but just having a really bad day, been like vomiting and stuff as well. So I'm just going to have to call it quits at this, go home and chill out and hopefully reset over the weekend and be fine on Monday. So as far as that goes, that is my week over and out with a bang, and it probably sums up this week. Apart from getting my pickup back and the lorry MOT'd, everything was going wrong, so it was bound to happen. As always, thanks for likes, comments, subscribing. Make sure you come back next week. Hopefully I'll be back to my normal self and I'll see you then. Thanks guys. This week is a question if this old pickup makes it out the gate. And I've secured, are we Wednesday morning already? What was I doing on Monday? What day are we on? Is it Tuesday? God, I can't even remember what I was doing on Monday. Anyway, what was I doing on Monday? That's going to annoy me. Oh, is it concrete on that? Oh no, it's not, it's just dust. Oh, I'm covered in grease already. Jesus. He's just delivered that. Dipper, where are you going? Come here. Come here. Missed calls, cancel. Dipper, don't be drinking that dirty water. Phoned at, I can go a bit here. Jesus.